Hey guys, Brandon here with Pebble Creek Outdoors, and today we're going to be looking at the HAGZ multi-purpose drowner lock for trapping. It's going to be a really interesting tool to go over. I'm going to go through some of the functions, how it works, and also the different applications for it. You guys aren't going to want to miss this. It's going to be some good information, and hopefully it'll help you out on your trap line. Just have it securely mounted on there. Alright, just so to show you guys how this works and kind of explain the concept, give you a little better idea. For those of you who are not familiar how a drowner lock works, so right here I have a piece of rebar off of a old boat motor that I used to run. So this is the bracket, as you guys can see, and essentially what it does is it slides through here nice and free. And you can see that works really well inside that rebar. Your trap on this end. Okay, so your trap will be here. You'll have this up on the bank of the creek or pond or whatever you're running. If you make a catch, this end points towards the water. This end faces on the bank. So it's mounted up on the bank. You'll have your, if you're using rebar, it'll be staked off on the bank. This will go down into the water. And enough water to actually drown whatever particular critter you're using. It doesn't take a whole lot, but you do need to have some. So what this does is you catch the animal, and the animal is allowed to freely pull down the rebar or cable or whatever you're using. What it does not allow the animal to do is to come back. The cable's attached, or the chain's attached here to the trap. He can slide this way, but he can't come back. Doesn't matter how hard he pulls. The only way for that to happen, for that to go back up, is if this is pushed up and slid over. But it is allowed to freely go this way, but under normal force, because of this L shape, it will not allow it to go back up. You have to actually manually push it up and push it back, which an animal's not smart enough to figure that out. That's the concept. It's the same concept for cable. It's the same concept for wire. As you guys can see, this works very, very well with the rebar. Next, I'll show you the wire. Okay. As I said before, same concept with the wire. It's just going through the small hole that's on the top. You can slide freely going down this direction. As soon as you try to come back, it kinks. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like running wire. Cable's not so bad. Wire has a tendency to get a kink in it. And here's the real issue. So say that animal thrashes and gets stuck, or kinks that cable or that wire like that. He goes to go down into the water, same thing, water's down here, bank's up here. He gets caught right there, won't go any further. He has to really pull or maneuver around that kink, and that's if that's a pretty decent kink, but I've seen even worse than that. On the standard drowner that comes with every Duke trap, or most of your standard traps, you have that hole there. You can use this as a drowner, and it's a similar concept. I have this one kind of going, well, this is the right way. So he can go up the water, and technically when he comes back, it's supposed to catch him. It does work. It doesn't work as well as an L-shape drowner like this. So what you're gonna get is a smoother flow with this particular drowner. It will have a less tendency to get kinked, and it will flow better. It locks better in the reverse. But the thing that's cool about this, and it's like I showed you, you can use it on the rebar. I'm going to show you on another piece of cold rolled steel as well. Alright, so this is cold rolled steel, and this is a lot slicker material. It still locks very, very well. It doesn't have quite as much catch as the rebar. I mean, you can, if you put pressure on that outside, like the trap would, it's not going anywhere. Now as soon as you move force up or you let it bend it or come up at all, it will still slide. That's going to basically react about the same as any of your fiberglass materials, fiberglass rods or anything like that. So yeah, these are really slick. There's a lot of different locks out there. Most of them serve one purpose. This one does. So I showed you guys rebar, I showed you guys wire. It'll work for cable, it'll work for fiberglass, cold rolled steel, whatever. The other thing that's neat about this is it will actually accompany chain. You can use it for chain. And most of your locks out there are only built for one or two purposes. This one here can pretty much do any material, any locking material that anybody uses. So what's a guy pay for one of these? I think they're right around about $2. They're not cheap, but I bought a 12 pack of them for $24, I think is what it was. I mean, you think about the options that you could use with this. You know, all you need is this this drowner, and you can use it with any stretch material that you want to use as a drown line. And you don't have to just use it for a drowner. You can also use it if you're running a cable to try and, you know, make a catch and move that catch off, you know, a road or a path or something like that to get it out of line of sight. This would be heavy duty enough to be able to handle that if you're working with coyotes, beavers, pretty much anything. I mean, these are very thick. So anyway, I'm not sponsored by these guys at all. I bought some. I did the research, looked them up. There are a ton of really good HAGZ products out there. It's HAGZ. They make all kinds of different attachments for water sets and a lot of different things. So you guys might want to check them out. I'm going to do a video on building drowners for these using rebar, and I'm going to take those out and kind of show the concept, how they're set, and just how to put them together with just a few simple tools, a little bit of welding, and you're good to go. So anyway, HAGZ, great product. Definitely you guys are gonna want to check this out. Anyway, if you guys liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so you can get all the updates on what's going on. Drop me a comment, let me know what you guys want to see for another video. But until next time, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.